Good evening, everybody. How's it going? I am the Root, along here with Koala.
Hey, how's it going, guys? People, things. Jason, I mean, Groot.
How you been, Vin? What you been up to?
I've been doing well. How are you? What am I up to? You know, doing the things.
This is going to be the best podcast of the day. I could already tell. Um,
Today's best podcast. Tune right in.
Screw Serial. We got Koala and the Root. Have
That's
you
right.
listened to Serial, Vin?
Listened to Serial. No, I don't believe I have.
It's like one of the top podcasts out there. I believe it's by NPR, and
Oh,
it's
cool.
someone who revisits a murder case and they do their own investigative reporting. I've heard really good things about it. My wife, who does not listen to podcasts at all, besides ours, of course,
Of course.
cruised through this, all 12 episodes, anywhere from a half hour to an hour long within a week. She loved
Wow.
it.
So this is Serial with an S and not a C.
Correct. It's not Fruit Loops, it's cereal.
Gotcha.
Like
Hey,
serial
so
killer.
since the last time we talked, have you dabbled into the world of Reddit?
I've dabbled a little bit.
Hmm.
I wish I could dabble more. I mean,
Well,
just
so what
I
more do
haven't
you
had
need than a
time.
chance to take down and take a dump? I mean, that's all you need to dabble in Reddit.
No, I don't even know how to add like subreddits to that I can go to. Like I've looked at some of the top things, but I don't.
Okay,
I'm,
so
I'm like a lost
did you
puppy. I think we need to set up a meeting during the
did you
day.
download it on your phone? Did you
I
get the
do have it down.
okay.
I will
Okay.
prove to you,
Hey,
Mr.
okay.
Koala.
This is good. This is good. Open up. Reddit is fun. And
Now, for
listeners
everyone
at home,
following along, Reddit is fun, I hear. So if you download the Reddit app, if you have an Android, it's called Reddit is Fun. If you have an Apple, I don't know what it's called, but Google it, and then you can also follow along. So
okay,
hold on. R comes after P. Okay, good.
good. You
All
got
right, I
it.
have it open.
Okay. Swipe from
I
left.
had it.
Swipe from the left, right? So you get your little menu on the side,
Okay.
right? And it says type a Reddit subname. I want you to type S
Oh God.
T A R W A R S. You should see it filling in already, right? You see that?
Yep.
Okay, you see the little plus sign? I want you
Yeah.
to hit the plus sign. Okay, that's one. Hit
Oh, I have to log in to subscribe. I already logged in.
it should automatically subscribe, like log in for you once you've logged in once.
I did, but I don't know why it's. Hold on.
Okay.
Sorry. So, did you breaking news? Did you know the Patriots won the Super Bowl?
Breaking news. Yes, I heard that the Patriots won the Super Bowl.
Did you watch it at all?
We did, yeah. We were at a friend's house. We had multiple things going on at once, so we didn't get a chance to really focus, which was okay. We caught the halftime show, which is my personal favorite this year, as it was so incredibly bizarre.
It was
Um,
very strange. It was like that whole puppet thing that she was on to start, though. It was pretty neat.
So, called back memories of Voltron for me. Um, and overall, I was disapproving of the halftime show. And it wasn't until Becky's 5-year-old daughter walked in the room, looked up the television and said, "This is awesome!" that I realized the target audience and why I wasn't so very excited. But what I really love about it is how it's exploded into this thing on the internet.
Yeah, the left shark.
The left shark. You've heard of the left shark, right?
He was so out of tune.
This guy just. And did you hear some of the drama over this guy on Tinder who was dropping pickup lines?
No.
Yeah. So before the show, I gotta see if I'll see if I can find the link. I'll share it with you later. This dude's on Tinder and he's telling the girl, "Watch the Super Bowl. I'm in it tomorrow night. I'm one of the sharks." And she says, "Oh, will you be dancing?" He says, "You'll see." And everybody was thinking that he was the left shark, but it turns out something or other happened. Basically, they had hired a whole bunch of kids from a local community college to come dance, and at the very last moment, they canceled them, and they brought on Katy Perry's own professional dancers that she's been dancing with forever.
Mhm.
And so that kid was actually one of the kids who didn't get to dance, or he wound up a tree in the background or something. And Left Shark,
Those trees look like Mr. Hanky.
yes, they did. And Left Shark, as it turns out, was one of her seasoned athletes, one of her seasoned dancers, and
Crazy.
he just fucked it all up.
I thought it was an okay halftime show. There's definitely been it was some worse ones out there. It wasn't horrendous. My brother was actually on the field during the halftime show, and when Katy Perry got on the lion, tiger,
I believe it's a tiger.
bears, oh
I
my.
believe.
So when she was on the tiger, she was up there. He was telling me, I talked to him earlier. She was up there for like a good 5 minutes, like having 70,000 people just stare at her, waiting for it to start while they get everything else set up.
Well, yeah. I mean, I can't even imagine what the whole setup must be like because they've got to turn it around in like what 10 minutes, 20
Yeah,
minutes.
I think like 7 minutes. If it's crazy.
It's insane. It's insane. So yeah, it's impressive. It's an impressive production, no matter what, regardless of who's up there dancing their took us off. It's a feat. It's impressive.
Yeah, and the one weird thing though, like they had the projection onto the field, right? That whole projection with onto the white pad that they put down, and it looked like things were falling,
Right. Yeah. The
like a
whole.
checkerboard or whatever.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool and all, but if you're there to experience live, if you're not on the side exactly where the camera is, it looks like complete. I've heard it looks like crap because it's only made for that one angle.
Right. Exactly. So
So
another thing I learned recently. The you may have known this already. I mean, I don't know anything about sports. The cameras that come flying in over the stadium
uh
are relatively new. When I say relatively, I mean within the last uh, 13, 14 years or so.
somewhere around there. I think 2002-ish, somewhere around there.
Earlier, and I could trace it right now. I could tell you exactly when if I went to something like Wikipedia and typed in XFL.
Well, that's believe it or not, I was gonna tell you that actually started with the XFL.
That's right. So that was 2000, 2001-ish.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
so that was
close.
the one lasting impression on this world that the XFL has made for us. I
They,
thought that was so
they
awesome.
It's crazy that that the XFL made is so huge now because everyone loves that.
Yeah, yeah, that's
It,
fantastic. I love it.
it's really cool because it gives an awesome vantage point of the game, and you can see things that you wouldn't ever normally see. And it's a few years back though, they had one at a game, and the cable came unloose and it almost took out a player.
Oh, yikes. That's
Let's see.
frightening.
Well, we're going to do a little test here. So if you're watching on YouTube, you may be able to see it. Vin, if you could open up your YouTube app
All
on
right.
your thing, let's try add videos to playlist.
All right. Okay, I see.
Camera takes out player. That's full, but maybe this time uh, overhead camera maybe. So the Patriots won. It was absolutely insane. I was on the edge of my seat the whole entire time. I'm a nervous wreck when I watch my favorite team. The whole entire fourth quarter I was standing yelling obscenities at the TV when that needed to happen. At one point when they scored the touchdown, the baby's sleeping upstairs, poor Amelia, and I just started jumping around like a madman. I'm screaming at the top of my lungs, and she's like, "Quiet, the baby's sleeping." I'm like, "Sorry, but I'm so happy." It was spectacular. Oh,
Nice.
there we go. There's the first spectacular of the night for everyone keeping score at home. So that was it.
Wow, that's lucky. That dude's lucky.
So yeah, so the Patriots won on they scored with 2 minutes left. Then the Seahawks drove down the field and made an impossible interception that won the game. And it was absolutely crazy and amazing. And the guy who made the interception was a rookie, so it was his first year playing in the NFL, and he just made the most amazing, craziest play that's in really Super Bowl history. No Super Bowl has ever really been won on a defensive
Yeah, I heard what's his
bat,
nuts there.
and it was awesome and amazing.
Someone told me that that guy that everybody loves so much was so generous as to hand him the keys to the winning truck or whatever.
Right. So Tom Brady won the Super Bowl MVP, and when you win the Super Bowl MVP, you actually win a car, too, depending on who the sponsor of the game is or who the sponsor of the MVP is. Tom Brady's won in the past. I believe he won the Cadillac XLR one year. This year was.
Uh-oh.
What? Everything good?
You're getting all Skypey.
Oh man, that sucks. Everyone's asleep. I shouldn't be getting Skypey.
Uh-oh.
Oh
Hey,
well.
so if you can see my screen, I discovered how to turn this into a J.J. Abrams film.
And how's that? Lens flare?
Yeah, pretty good, right?
I like it. Yeah, so Tom Brady said he's going to give Malcolm, the guy who made the interception, who's a rookie, the MVP car, since it was such a spectacular play and he won it. So I know there's some issues as far as taxes that I think it may actually cost Tom Brady $21,000 for him to give it to him.
He made that in the first 2 minutes of that whole game.
Exactly. I think he'd be okay with it, but yeah. So it was so like words can't describe how.
So you enjoyed the game.
One. It was such a crazy. They're the first team ever, Vin, to be down by 8 points or more in the Super Bowl and going into the fourth quarter and win. They had all signs against them.
Did you hear about this whole Madden thing? Did you disappear entirely? Are you there? Uh-oh. Are you there? There you are.
I'm here now, yeah.
Okay. So did you hear about the whole Madden thing?
I did. How awesome was that?
I wasn't sure if I believed the story the first time I heard it. I'm like, really? So that's pretty impressive. So yeah, for the listening audience, for the viewing audience, every year, Electronic Arts, who make the Madden NFL football video game series annually, takes their latest version of the Madden football video game and uses it to predict the outcome of the Super Bowl, and they publish their results. And apparently they've been accurate a handful of times in the last however many years they've been doing it.
They've been accurate 8 out of the last 10 years.
That's pretty good.
That's really good.
But that's for win versus loss. This year, they nailed it on the score, too.
They nailed it on the They nailed it on the score to end the game. They also nailed it on the score going into the fourth quarter. And they also nailed who would score the final touchdown for the Patriots, too.
Wow.
It's just talk about one heck of an engine they built there, huh?
Well, there's also a bit of luck in that.
Right, but to accurately pick the Super Bowl winner 8 out of 10 years, that's just crazy.
Yes, that is crazy.
So I'm gonna. Do you still have your YouTube app up, Ben?
I do not yet. I will in a second. I think when I shut it, you got a bit more stable. So I'm wondering if that was kind of messing with things.
It might. I'll have to close mine out after we play this one.
Okay. Let's see if I can get this open.
So yeah, so actually, Josh and I went to the Champions Parade on yesterday, on Wednesday. So we got to see a good handful of player and coaches drive by in the Boston Duck boats. They brought all 4 Super Bowl trophies. It was really a cool, fun experience. Josh got the day off from school. It was really neat.
Cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, and then we hit up Faneuil Hall, got some Super Bowl gear, grabbed some food, and then headed home.
Nice.
It was neat. All right, so I'm going to try giving this a play. Hopefully everyone can hear it. If not, I apologize, and you'll be hearing some dead sound. Now, have you seen the interception, Vin? You got to hit the talking button to talk.
This talkie button?
Yep.
This talkie button. Are you playing the video right now, or is it just paused?
It's not working.
So if this is the catch you're telling me about, I'm thinking about, where the guy in the Seahawks just like totally lost his shit.
Yeah, there's the dead sound again. All right, I'm gonna close out the. All right, there we go. Sorry,
Okay.
sorry
All
about
right.
that, everybody. Technical difficulties. So yeah, Patriots.
I promise, we
won.
do try this stuff before the show. This isn't like the first time we're doing it.
It works before the show, but then the second the show starts, everything goes to shit. It sucks.
Oh man, you guys, you missed out on some great music.
Oh man, whenever we figure this out, we're gonna have one heck of a bumper. But until that time, you're just gonna have to listen to our voices and our voices only.
Beautiful, beautiful voices.
So yeah. So Vin, what do we want to talk about today? I think we want to talk about some Netflix.
Okay, well, so have you seen the trailer for Daredevil yet?
I have not.
Oh man, if only we could get that YouTube to work.
Let's try it one more time.
All right, let's go try this. Viewer.
All right, let's see here. For Vin, it looks like you are muted. If you hit the top of your thing, you can unmute. I am going to add Daredevil to the playlist. Daredevil Netflix. So the teaser trailer, I'm assuming. We will add that back.
So I tried playing it, but it's not doing anything.
Oh, Vin disappeared on us. That's not too good. It looks like he's back though, so we're good to go, everybody. For some reason, we cannot play anything in our YouTube app, and I apologize for that. But maybe we'll give it a try at a different point. So I guess we'll close back out of it. Maybe by the end of the show, we'll try it one more time. So once Vin figures out how to unmute himself, we will continue talking. But so I haven't heard too much about the Netflix Daredevil. I know there is a Daredevil coming out on Netflix, but I haven't seen the trailer. I haven't done much reading on it, but I'm always a fan of Marvel stuff. So talk to me, Vin. What's going on with this?
I don't know much more than what I saw in the trailer today, but it looks pretty cool. I'm pretty excited. This is so Netflix has been doing their original series for a while now, and they've been pretty successful, I'd say.
I think they've been really successful.
Yeah, I haven't heard of a single one that has been a flop. Some have certainly been much more well received than others. Runaway hits like House of Cards or Orange is the New Black really took over, but we got some others that are on there like Lilyhammer and I don't know, maybe even Marco Polo that aren't getting, it seems, as much press, but at least people who watch it say, yeah, it's good, it's worth watching.
Well, don't forget, you also have Arrested Development.
Exactly. So the whole point being that Netflix is doing a pretty good job with these original series. They're not always original, right? Arrested Development is a perfect example. And it's funny, some of them, it seems, I don't even know if they are producing their own episodes. I thought I saw a Netflix original show up above Star Wars: The Clone Wars at one point.
Right. So with that one, it was actually season 6 only.
Okay, so they did produce a series or
So
a
they did
season.
produce one season of
Okay.
the whole series. So Star Wars Clone Wars was 6 seasons. They produced the final seasons. They also did that. Have you ever watched The Killing on Netflix?
Yes, actually, that was going to be my next example. So the killing, I thought the first season was okay. It was really frustrating the way they kept throwing those red herrings at you, and by the third or fourth time they did that, which is third or fourth episode, you stopped believing anything they said. It was just obnoxious. But kept hearing people say, "Oh, it's really good. You stick with it." Second season was a little bit better, but that final season when Netflix picked it up and produced it, it was so much better.
It
It was
really was.
it was dark, it was graphic, and I don't think those necessarily made them better, but you could really tell at that point that the writers, the producers, they were unchained. They were allowed to do what they wanted to do, and it came across so much better. It was so much more effective.
Now, I think The Killing show is a perfect example of you have like different classes of TV shows. You have some that you can watch, you have as far as dramas go. Some writers do a really good job with cliffhangers and just the way everything's produced and everything. My wife and I watched The Killing when it first came out. It happened to air right after Mad Men, and we watched Mad Men, and we heard good things about The Killing, so we're like, hey, let's give it a try. So we watched it. It was a good show, don't get me wrong, but week after week, it got a little boring, especially because they weren't really doing much. But when you watch an episode at a time, and you could just cruise through a whole entire season/series in no time, then I think it did it. I think the show was better that way.
Yes, I agree. There are certain shows like that
You
where
didn't have time to think about it for a week.
right, right. You get the continuity. I think it makes it a bit more watchable in some cases.
Skypey there, and I may also be Skypey, so I have no idea what's going on right now.
Yeah, yeah, you're finally back, but you were like, wait,
Ah. So yeah, I was very happy with how they did season 4 of The Killing. I was pleasantly surprised when my wife told me she's like, "Oh, The Killing has a new season." I'm like, "What the heck are you talking about? This is no way, Lindsay. That's not happening."
no
And then
way.
what?
So you liked it?
So
Oh no,
I,
you went
I
brainer.
like.
Woo. Gracie, you hearing this? This is no good. We got trouble, Gracie. Uh-oh.
Hey guys, I'm back. Let's see if I can add anybody. I'm sorry for what happened there. My internet, it seemed to die out on me. I don't know. I really needed a new computer, and I think that's something that we're going to be talking about in one of our new episodes. And I'd love to hear from everybody on what they think, whether it's PC or Mac. It's definitely on the fence with both. Each have its pluses and minuses, so I'm not exactly sure which route to go with that. But back to Netflix. I reinvited Vin. Let's see, reinvited you. So I'd like to hear from everybody listening. Tell us what your favorite Netflix programs are, even if it's something that's not a Netflix original. What are you watching? What do you recommend to our fans? What do you recommend to us? Maybe we can talk about it. We'll give ourselves some homework and watch it, and then we can discuss it. Have a little once a month video segment. I don't know. I'm just throwing out some ideas there. So that's pretty much it. Hey, Vin, welcome back.
It worked!
I have no idea what the heck just happened. I was just telling everybody that my computer is horrendous, and I don't know why this happens. And my internet, for some reason, died out, and then all of a sudden it reconnected.
So this might require a little bit of clever editing on our part if we can work that out.
Maybe.
Yikes. So let's wrap it up. Let's have some final comments. Anything else you want to say about Netflix?
No, I was just saying we'd love to hear from the fans on any recommendations they may have on Netflix, and maybe you and I could watch them and by a certain time period, and then talk about the episode, the series, something like that.
Yes, I like that idea. So let's hear from some of our fans. What should we check out?
Yeah, I'm interested. I'm always looking for something new to watch. Have you seen House of Cards, Ben?
Yes, I have. Very good.
So I've seen House of Cards. I've seen Orange Is the New Black. I'm looking forward to Daredevils. I hope they do a good job. Now I've heard good things, Vin, about Arrow. And have you seen Arrow?
Yeah. Actually, I really enjoyed Arrow. It was fun. It was a good, well done comic book show.
It's good. I've heard good things about it. So please let us know what you guys are watching. I'm always up for watching something new, giving something to try that I haven't heard of. So we'd look forward to hearing from you guys. Before we wrap up, then I do have the question from Son.
That's right. Let's hear it.
So number 2 question from my son Josh is, what's your favorite video game?
Oof. Oh boy. Man, that's a tough one. Probably Chrono Trigger.
Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, it was a game on the Super Nintendo. It was a Square Enix game. Something about the story. It was a role-playing game, much in the vein of, say, Final Fantasy, but very much different combat style, different world layout kind of a thing. It was storyline, though, was one of the more unusual things for its age. Depending on the choices you chose throughout the game, you'd get a different ending. So there were something like 13 possible endings in this game, and you hadn't really quite seen that all that much. There was some slight variation to Final Fantasy VI's ending, but it was really just how much of the story did you get to hear based on what you had done. It was really, for Chrono Trigger, it was just so fantastic. So the gameplay, the art direction, the music. To this day, I still go onto YouTube and I listen to the soundtrack, and I love it. It's a fantastic game. So I'm gonna put that at the top of my list. It's Chrono Trigger for Super Nintendo.
Very awesome. So is that your? So would you rate a new game also number 1, or that's? See, I have a hard time picking a favorite because I like so many different ones.
So it's a tough question. That was not an easy question.
No, he's full of tough questions. I told him to throw us a easy one, but he's really just giving us hard ones. Can't just choose one. It's hard. Well, you can, obviously. I can't. So I would. I'm trying to think of.
Just one. Just one. Come on. You gotta. It's a little bit of work. You gotta prune. If you need to, you can name a couple. But I would say if you can, do your best to pick just the one. Just the one. Now, don't get all hung up on this. This isn't one of those like, what's your favorite movie? And then you got to figure out like just the right answer to give to make sure people know that you like the cool stuff. Don't worry about that. What is your favorite video game of all time ever? I'm not hearing a thing from you.
Oh, come on! This damn computer is killing me. For freak's sakes.
No. Well,
all right. So I would say my favorite video game would be, if I could choose just one, Crash Bandicoot.
You know, that was one of the games that I missed. I didn't have a PlayStation 1, and I totally missed out on Crash Bandicoot. I'm gonna have to revisit that one of these days.
Yeah, give it a try and see if you can play it online. I was really a big fan at the time. It was countless hours between me and my brothers, and it was so cool. At one point, they had a little guy. It was almost like an extra life. He would follow you along, and it was like a little, just follow you along. It was so cool, but he'd always make the, it was, I don't know, it was random, but it was cool. I really enjoyed it. Many hours played on Crash Bandicoot. So there you go, son. There's our answer. Please throw us an easier one next time.
All right. Well, if that's it, then I'm going to say goodnight, folks. I got to put this dog to bed.
All right. Good night, everybody. Thanks for good morning. Good afternoon. Thanks for listening. Please send us questions, recommendations into the show. We'd love to hear from you. Email address is koalaandtheroot@gmail.com. Have a great night, everybody. Stay classy.
Whoa.